So when people tell you you can do it, you cannot do it, what should you say? I faced this statement since I was a child. My mother noticed that at the age of 4, that probably I'm too naughty, and she decided to put me in school, even though I was only 4 years old. Back then, it was just one or two wishy-washy daycares, so the best place to get rid of us, me, my brother, and I, is to put us through school. So I started school at the age of 4. My mother faced a lot of doubters. They all told her that the kids are too young to succeed in school if you put them this early. However, she smiled at them and she said, I believe in my kids and I know that they're going to do well. I'm glad she made this decision because I felt it and I really needed to be in school at that age. Throughout school, people will tell you that hobbies will distract you from your academic achievement. One of my hobbies was to act on TV, amongst other hobbies. So I started acting, my acting career, in 1980. I was 7 years old. Yes, that's me. And I continued acting for about 16 years. So that has gone through all my middle school, high school, university, and it has never affected my academic performance. Even though it was full-time acting, it never affected my performance. All through, I had doubters telling me, Hani, don't do that. You're not going to do well in school if you keep doing that. Don't follow your hobbies because you're going to fail. You're not going to do well. And all I did is, again, smile at them and continue what I wanted to do. I graduated from the university, and my main passion and my dream was to become a surgeon. I didn't want anything else but being a surgeon. And sure enough, another doubt came in my way, and they told us the year we graduated that in order to be an employee in the university, we don't have spots in surgery. So choose another specialty. And I was like, should I give up on my dream or should I pursue it? And I was like, no, I'm not going to choose another specialty. In the interviews, I told them I want to be a surgeon. They're like, there are no spots in surgery. What else do you want to do? And I was like, surgery. So they were like, okay, what is your third choice? And I was like, surgery. So being joint top student in the graduates, I put in my mind that they cannot let me go away from the university. They have to employ me. So I have to persist, and I have to follow what I want, follow my passion, even though they're telling me not to, and they're telling me to choose otherwise. And finally, they did accept me in surgery, and here I am in surgery. I pursued my surgical training, and I went to Canada for my residency training. And at the end of my residency training, I wanted to do something that is, again, passionate to me. And I found out that the best specialty for me was trauma surgery for too many reasons. One of the reasons is that we have a lot of motor vehicle collisions. I'm sure in the audience here, everybody has a family member somehow that was affected by motor vehicle collision. So when I went back before I chose my specialty, I met the hospital director here in Oman, and I told him that this is what I really want to be. And he's like, no way. You cannot be a trauma surgeon because we are not going to turn the university hospital into a trauma center. And I was like, I want to be a trauma surgeon, so I will be a trauma surgeon. So I went to my head of department, Prof. Grant, rest in peace, and I told him, I want to be a trauma surgeon. And he's like, you know what, Hani? Follow your dream. Go for it, and I'll support you. And he did. and I became a trauma surgeon. Along with my colleague, Dr. Abdullah Al-Harthi, Khalifa Al-Wahaybi, we had a fantastic team, and we established from scratch a full trauma system in our hospital. It's the only hospital that works with this trauma system in the whole of the country. It's not only a beacon of good trauma care to the patients, but also for trauma residency training for our residents. And I'm glad for that achievement. Another challenge came our way, which is, looking at the surgical residency program, we noticed that the top students are always joining internal medicine. I was like, why can't we attract them to surgery? So our colleagues in internal medicine, with all due respect, they're like, oh, you guys, surgeons, you don't think. You don't need smart people. You just need hands. You don't need the brain. I was like, really? And they're like, you cannot attract the top students. They will always come to medicine. So we did something to attract the best students to come to our residency program. People call it hypnotizing. They call it brainwashing. We call it something else in our program. We call it role modeling. So along with my colleagues in the surgery program, we had fantastic professional surgeons in the program. And these surgeons became role models for our students. And when you are a role model, students will follow you. And sure enough, for the past 5 years, we're getting the best residents that we can get. It's a very competitive program now, and we're getting the top students in both in academics and also in commitment and enthusiasm to the surgery program. I'm the program director of surgery, and one of the things that faced us is that when we came back from training, we found that surgery, it's a boys' club. There are no girls in surgery. There are no female surgeons, maybe 1 or 2 in the shadows. And we were like, why aren't females coming to surgery? We have trained abroad, and we've seen that women do excellent and do very well in surgery. So why can't we attract females to come to surgery? It's because of the stigma. People tell females that surgery is hard, surgery is difficult, you're not going to have any lifestyle, and you know the rest. So attracting the top students, fortunately or unfortunately, the top students are usually females nowadays. I hate to admit it, but it's true. So naturally, we've been attracting more and more females. And I think the best thing that we have done to attract females to our program is one thing: respect. We respected female nature. If she's pregnant, it is not against her. It's not held against her. If she wants to take leave for her pregnancy, it's not against her. If she wants to go to take care of her kid, it's not against her. It's not something to be held against her. And they found out that the surgery program is the most understanding program for them and the most flexible. So more and more, we actually have 3 couples in our program now. Not just females, 3 couples in our program. And they're all doing very well. So from 2007, when the program started, until 2015, we have 56 residents. Out of them are 28 females, 50%. And guess what? All these years, we had 3 people who have quit the program. Guess their gender. All males. None of the females have quit so far. All of them, whoever has graduated, are very, very successful. And I think the rest are following in their footsteps. You are not successful if you don't pay back your country. Success, you should not measure it by your own success. Success, a big part of success is how you pay back your country. And for us, paying back the country was to work hard, do what is expected from us, and then there is that extra mile that you have to go. You have to do more than just what you are asked to do. And one of the things that we thought to do is to send our residents, in addition to training in Oman, we need to send them again to Canada to train them, where we have trained. was very difficult to get residency spots for surgery in Canada. As you can see, from 1999 to 2011, only 8 residents have made it to Canada. However, through hard work, through teamwork, with all of us contributing, networking, and advertising for Oman and Omani residents, from 2011 to 2015, so far we have 13 residents in Canada that are Omanis. Some centers prefer Omanis to all other nationalities because of the good reputations that Omanis have done. And this, I think, in addition to the success of our local trainees, I think the international trainees will also contribute very well to the future of surgery in Oman. So in 7 years' time, I always tell my friends that we can retire in 7 years' time. When all these people have graduated from Oman, from Canada, and from France, I think that's the time we can rest and give them the baton so that they can continue. So why do people doubt you? Why would they doubt you? Why would they tell you not to pursue your dream? Many reasons. One reason is that they might be genuine. They really might be worried about you. They don't have to be evil all the time. They might be worried that you're going to fail and failure is going to affect you so badly. Another reason is that they're insecure. They are insecure. Probably they have failures during their lives and they don't want you to have the same failure. So their insecurity, they're projecting it on you. So you really have to be careful with that. They might not understand what you're talking about. Whenever we're talking about something, about our dream, our goal, they don't understand. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying so hard for them to go abroad? Why are you, they don't understand your vision. So it's very important that you explain to them your vision. If they understand, then they're on the same boat. If they don't, then you move on. And finally, they might just don't like you. So what is the message behind this? My advice to you is to find an inspiration. Whenever you have a goal, find an inspiration. Inspiration drives you forward. And inspiration is always there around you. It doesn't have to be a famous person. It is always around. I get inspiration from my medical students, from people that I meet day to day. Everybody has a story that will inspire you. You always should open your eyes for inspiration. Inspiration will drive your belief. It will make you believe in your goal. It is very important to believe in your goal, because if you don't believe in your goal, then you're going to doubt yourself, and you're going to listen to the doubters who are doubting you. There is a placebo study that they have done in Boston where they gave the Parkinson's disease patients a placebo drug, which is just a candy, but they told them that this drug will cure your Parkinson's. And then they did a brain scan and they found that there is a spike in their dopamine. Dopamine, by the way, is a neurotransmitter that drives everything in you. It drives you to succeed, drives you to persevere, drives you to work hard, drives you to love. So dopamine is very important in your body. And you have to replenish this dopamine. So people who believed in that drug, in that placebo, got that injection for them to go forward. And finally, perseverance. Perseverance is the utmost important factor in your success. And people who persevere, they always hike up their dopamine in their body. Every time you fail and you don't get up, your dopamine reserves go down, go very low. So it's very important you replenish your dopamine reserve that will drive you to success. Praise yourself. Don't shoot yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Praise yourself even for small things, even for making your bed in the morning, if you make up your bed in the morning. They always tell you you only live once. And I don't agree with this statement. You live every day, but you only die once. So make sure that every day is a new life. If you have failed before in a previous attempt, in a previous life, which is in the past, don't let it drag on for the rest of your life. You live every day, but you die once. And my final message is that wherever God has planted you, you should bloom. Bloom means achieve your own success, believe in your future, and also look around you and take care of the others around you. That is a very important part of your success. I'll leave you with this short video.
Hey, don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right? You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
So my final message is, when somebody tells you you cannot do it, the reply should be, watch me. Thank you very much.